guys, it's Heidi. Welcome back to the Inside Out Beauty. And in today's episode, I wanted to share with you guys how to use Clarisonic Mia for sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin myself. With certain precautions, I've been able to use Clarisonic Mia on certain areas of my face. And I still think it's a valuable tool, but it can do a lot of harm if you have sensitive skin and you don't take these necessary precautions. Now that said, if you have extremely sensitive all over skin, then it is possible that this product is not for you. It's been a long journey kind of understanding how I can use Clarisonic Mia and not harm my skin. So hopefully you will find this information helpful. Also, for those of you who are kind of hesitant whether you should be getting it or not, you have to keep in mind all these things to see if this is something you really want to spend on, if you have sensitive skin or not. That said, these are not hard tips to follow, and I think many of them are actually common sense. So without further ado, let's get started. So the one that I got is the Clarisonic Mia. This is kind of the travel size version. I actually don't think it's worth spending more money than these. It is expensive as it is. My number one tip for using Clarisonic Mia on sensitive skin is do not use on irritated areas. So for instance, in my case, my problem area are my cheeks. I get all red and have rosacea there, but I am able to use Clarisonic Mia on my forehead, on my nose, on my chin, on my jawline, and even on my neck and chest. These performs a physical exfoliation on your skin, so as long as you stay away from those areas, you're fine. Now, if you don't have like a single particular area that is irritated or that's red, and you have a general sensitivity all over your face, then I just don't see the point on you spending a small fortune on a Clarisonic Mia, because it's going to do you more harm than good. It just doesn't make sense to me in that case. Tip number 2 is use the sensitive skin brush head. So the Clarisonic Mia, at least when I got it, came with a white ringed brush head, and that was meant for normal skin. These are removable brush heads, so all you need to do is purchase the sensitive one, but they actually have a wide variety of different brush heads. This one with the pale blue ring is designed for sensitive skin. By all means, you need the sensitive brush head. Do not go with the normal skin one. Tip number 3 is use a very gentle cleanser. You basically place a little bit of cleanser on this little hole inside and all over the brush head. Right now I'm using this drugstore Cetaphil high tolerance one. This is actually really good, but I remember back in the day, I think my favorite one, which I haven't really repurchased, and that's why I don't have one now to show you guys, but it was a really good one. It was the Clinique Redness Solutions Cleanser. It has a green tea formulation and it is really gentle on your skin. Tip number 4 is change your brush heads periodically. It'd be a good idea to kind of get a set of 2 or 4 brush heads when you change the original white ringed one for the pale blue one. I would recommend you do that every 3 months. Now, brush heads are not cheap. I'm gonna link everything in the description box. If you have sensitive skin but you are not able, or you're not willing to spend on those 4 brush heads every single year, that is something you should consider. Possibly, I would suggest you do not get the Clarisonic Mia, because if you're not able to do that, then possibly you will end up with breakouts and really like bad reactions to it, and it's just not worth it. If you are able to, that will be a really good precaution for your sensitive skin. Tip number 5 is do not use these every day, twice a day. Now, this is kind of the recommended use for the Clarisonic Mia. By all means, do not do that. It's far too irritating for your sensitive skin. I only use it 3 times a week and in the evenings, and that is that. Tip number 6 is while using it, do not exceed 1 minute. Every time you hit the little on button right here, the Clarisonic Mia starts vibrating for a minute. So I just press in there and I make sure that I split those 60 seconds between my forehead, my nose, my chin, my neck, and my chest. and I never do these twice. So it is actually very little time that I'm spending even on non-sensitive areas of my skin. Because like I said, you should never use the Clarisonic on sensitive skin areas. And it's very easy to get carried away. I remembered when I first got the Clarisonic, I got very carried away. I think I used like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's not a good idea. You may get away with that 1 or 2 times, and then your skin will start complaining about what you're doing, so you really don't want to do that. I can expect this one will be a little bit controversial, but what I'm going to say is based on my personal experience, on common sense, and my personal opinion. This may be different for many of you, but if you have sensitive skin, I just would never ever recommend you to remove your makeup with the Clarisonic Mia. When you think about it, this brush does perform a little bit of a physical exfoliation on your skin. Do you really want your makeup causing infections and breakouts and irritation? And this is actually something I would personally recommend to people who do not have sensitive skin. I've seen tons of videos on YouTube where people are removing their makeup with these tool, and I just don't think that's the way to go. I think you should first remove all your makeup. Make sure your face is completely clean before using the Clarisonic Mia. You just grab a little cotton ball and a little bit of the cleansing milk, and you just wipe your face and make sure there's no residue of foundation or any type of makeup. And then you proceed to apply the cleanser on top of the bristles, and then you start just 1 minute and only on those non-sensitive areas. But to me, the concept of removing makeup with the Clarisonic, it's just absolutely crazy. Some of you may have had a good experience doing that, but when you think about it, your face is dirty with makeup. You don't want to kind of cause any irritations or any kind of entry points for bacteria. And I actually think that these may be true even for people who do not have sensitive skin. Just clean it really well after each use. To clean the brush head, you can use the exact same cleanser that you've used for your face. To avoid any mold growing on your Clarisonic, take a towel, just put the bristles slightly over that towel and turn the Clarisonic on. Just leave it there, and the Clarisonic's own vibration will get rid of all those little tiny drops of water that are accumulated between the bristles. Just put it like this on top of your bathroom counter or your vanity and let it breathe until the next use. Last but not least, never use Clarisonic Mia in combination with other exfoliators. So on days in which you are already using other chemical or physical exfoliators, the result of doing that would be over exfoliating, which is a very typical mistake when it comes to exfoliation. Just simply use the Clarisonic Mia only on those evenings in which you are not using any other exfoliators. I'm gonna throw in a bonus tip. Try to use these in the evenings like I mentioned I do, because during the day your skin may be too sensitive to go out in the sun. Even if you wear sunscreen, after exfoliating with the Clarisonic, it's a good idea to take your beauty sleep. Give your skin a good 8 hours to rest. Your skincare will just kind of soak in really nice. While you're sleeping, your skin goes into kind of a self-healing mode. It will repair itself nicely after that dead skin cell removal process that you performed with the Clarisonic Mia. And the next morning, your skin is more prepared to go out in the sun, to wear the makeup on top. You're just giving it that additional time that it needs to heal itself. So anyways, I really hope this was helpful for any of you guys that are wondering how you can use this tool for your sensitive skin. So that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for new videos Monday to Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!